Can't see anything, guys.
I would think. Where's my big bean? What was?
Oh,
Dude, what was that?
wait, listen.
I think that was...
These are real camping encounters where isolation, strange sounds, and unseen presences slowly pushed people to their breaking point. From solo campers fleeing in terror to footage that ends without answers. This is the 5 most disturbing camping encounters, caught on camera, disturbing and horrifying footage. Case number 1. On October 30th, 2024, at Dungeness, a video uploaded by the Bell Explorers documented what was meant to be a simple first solo camping trip. It was Halloween night. He had never camped alone before. He already felt nervous. He did not know this night would follow him for a long time.
Hi guys, we're down at Dungeness. It's Halloween 2024. So I've decided to go out and do a solo camp. I've never done a solo camp in my life. So it's going to be something different for me, a new experience and probably a little bit creepy. I do have, I'm just going to pick up my tent. I do have a story I would like to tell you. It happened to me when I was young. And it's a true story and it's creeped me out. Sorry, all the rabbits are running around. It's creeped me out all my life. And I've only just recently started telling people about it. So look forward to that one. I'll once I get set up in the tent and the sun goes down, I'll let you know about that story because it's cool.
He arrived while it was still light. He talked about ghost stories from the area, old fishermen, strange sightings, the kind of stories people laugh about in the daytime.
In the area, one story was absolutely great actually thinking about. I'm just trying not to trip over. But I always remember it. A guy down on the beach fishing and there's known to be a ghost. He's like an old fisherman type man because it's like a fishing village, desert. He's known in the area to walk around in like dungaree type trousers and, you know, like traditional sort of fisherman sort of dress, old school. And apparently there was a guy down on the beach fishing away and he was just getting to a point where he was ready to pack up to go home. And he turned around and see a bloke standing there staring at him. Bearing in mind this is in the dark at night time, not midnight. And anyway, he sat there, he sort of spoke to the bloke a little bit. The bloke didn't answer, he just stood there staring. And he decided that enough's enough, I'm going to leave. Turned around to look at the bloke again, and he'd gone. Well, this guy freaked out, and he's rushed back to his car. And
As the sun started to fall, the feeling changed. The land became quiet, too quiet. Birds stopped. He set up his tent and tried to stay calm, but being alone made everything feel heavier.
it's only an old tent I had laying around, but it does me okay. So nice and quick and easy. So we are waiting for the sun to go down now, so I just suppose I'll sit here and wait. Cool, you can hear all the birds singing. So peaceful down here, apart from the main road. Does feel a little eerie though, if I'm honest, especially on your own. I mean, it doesn't look much in the camera, but the sun is going down fast. It's quite creepy, if I'm honest. I mean, look at the beautiful cloud formations. Right guys, so as the sun's starting to go down, it's starting to get a little bit more spooky. It doesn't look it, but there's a lot of flies around there doing my head in. It doesn't look like the sun's going down much, but the good old iPhone has really good sort of light exposure and stuff, so it
Then he began telling a story from his past. Years ago, when he was young, he worked alone in a graveyard, digging trenches and finding human bones. Then he saw a tall figure in black, a hood, a long coat, holding a stick, standing in a field, watching.
Digging away, there's all sheep all around me, you know, all in the field, all free to roam and do whatever they like. It's getting freaky out here now. Yeah, all free to roam, do whatever they like. Anyway, I'm digging away and I see this guy walk around the back of the church. Now, I looked around and I didn't think nothing of it. It's really close to me, you know, like, I don't know, I would say 20 foot away, something like that. And anyway, I'm digging away and he's walked around and he's wearing this cape, right? It's a black cape. And he had like, so it was like a hood, a cape that went all the way down to the floor, and he had a big stick with a bend on the end. Anyway, I kept digging away. I didn't think nothing of it because the church is a church. They dress funny, don't they? They have all sorts of things they put on for different occasions. I didn't think nothing of it. I just kept digging away, and he walked out over the dike and out towards the middle of the field, and he got all the way out there, and he was hanging around there for a little while, right in the middle of the field. There's like, you know, there was nothing around him for, like, you know, it would take him 5-10 minutes to walk in a place where he was out of view. Anyway, I'm digging away and he's standing there, and he's got a couple of sheep round him, standing there with his stick, just randomly standing there. Don't know what he was doing. He was quite sort of a bulky guy. Anyway, I had a couple of shovels out of the trench, you know, like you do. I looked down, I looked up, and he'd gone. Completely gone. These flies are a nightmare. So I was getting a bit freaked out, and it started playing on my mind. I'm looking around all the fields seeing if I could find him, and I couldn't find him. I was pooing my pants. I was really pooing my pants. So I decided, I threw all my tools in the trench, I put a board over them, I run to my bike, I kicked it over, and I burnt off down the road and got out of there quick.
He looked down for only a moment. When he looked back up, the figure was gone. No footsteps, no sound, just empty land. That was the moment fear took over. He ran, left everything behind, never forgot it.
I was putting my pants. Now, about a year and a half ago, I was working for a customer, and I haven't really told anyone about this story. I was working for a customer, and I was talking to him, and we started talking about paranormal stuff. You know, it comes up sometimes, doesn't it? You know, I've got on quite well with the guy. And anyway, we're talking away, and I told him the story. And I went through everything that I've gone through with you guys. And he looked at me and he goes, "You know what you just explained to me, didn't you?" I said, "What?" He said, "You've just explained the Grim Reaper." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "You've explained the Grim Reaper to me." And I was a bit confused. I didn't really know what a Grim Reaper was. I weren't really, you know, I've never really searched.
Back at the camp, the night grew darker. Inside the tent, strange sounds began. Small at first, then closer. He told himself it was animals. He tried to sleep.
Getting in that tent, it's a really eerie feeling out here. It really is. All on your own. It's dead quiet now. There's no cars going past. Like I say, it's almost 11:15, so it's getting late. There's no one about, so I think I'm gonna jump in the tent and see what happens. So I'll see you in there. Right, guys, we're in the tent. It's getting a bit creepy outside. I thought I heard a few noises here and there, but I'll just put it down to animals, I think, because you know, it's a bit nasty out there. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm gonna, because there's not a lot else I can do, I think I'm gonna get my head down because it's now 11:30.
Then it happened. A noise, loud and very close to his tent. He froze, asked if anyone else heard it. His voice shook.
What was that? Did you hear that, guys? What was that? What was that noise?
He went outside to check. Nothing, no movement, no signs, but the feeling did not leave.
Il suono è vicino alle 10. Devo andare a controllare, ragazzi. Devo uscire e controllare. E controllare. Devo andare a controllare. Perché non è stato molto bello? Sarà vicino. Non si vede niente, ragazzi. Non ho più sentito quel rumore da allora.
He went back into the tent. Later, deep in the night, another sound hit the tent area. Stronger, sharper, like something moving fast nearby.
Cos'era, ragazzi? Merda. C'è qualcuno là fuori. Merda. Punto. Non so cosa fare, ragazzi. Devo andare là fuori. Porca miseria. Cosa sta succedendo? Oh merda, devo farmi crescere le palle e andare là fuori.
He panicked. He spoke fast, breathing heavy. Said someone had to be there. No animals made sounds like that. Not at that hour.
Cosa sta succedendo? Oh merda, devo farmi crescere le palle e andare là fuori. Non ne ho proprio voglia. Stava scuotendo, ragazzi. Mi sta davvero scuotendo. Non posso farlo.
He stepped out again. The dark swallowed everything. He could not see far. The noise came again. Very close. He broke down, said he could not stay.
Che cazzo è stato? Me la sto proprio. Facendo addosso. Che cazzo è stato? Non posso farlo, ragazzi. Non posso restare qui. Non posso restare qui, ragazzi.
The time was just after 2 a.m. He grabbed what he could and ran, left the tent behind, did not turn off his light. He kept looking over his shoulder.
2:04 minuti. 2:04 minuti del mattino, ragazzi. Chi cazzo ci sarebbe fuori a quell'ora? Scusate il mio linguaggio. Chi diavolo ci sarebbe fuori a quell'ora? Assolutamente ridicolo, nel bel mezzo del nulla. Sto per smontare la tenda, ragazzi, una spesa veloce, credo, e me ne vado da qui. Non resterò qui, ragazzi, ho lasciato la mia tenda. Alla fine non l'ho smontata. Mi dispiace per la lampada frontale, non la spegnerò. Non spegnerò la lampada frontale. Devo vedere dove sto andando e chi c'è intorno a me.
As he walked away, one thing stayed clear. He was not alone that night, and whatever made those sounds at Dungeness never showed itself. With that being said, let's move on to our second encounter for the video. Case number 2. On January 4th, 2023, she went camping alone in Daringwood, a part of Pluckley, the most haunted village in the UK. She had hoped for peace after the Christmas rush, but the forest had other plans. Unbeknownst to her, this part of the woods, called Screaming Wood, is infamous for strange noises, disappearances, and eerie ghost stories.
After an unusually long festive break, the enforced and relentless social activity that is Christmas had taken its toll. I hit the road. 2 nights of solitude camping in the woods was what I was seeking, and I was hoping to find it here, Daring Woods. Located in the southeast of England, this woodland sits just outside of a little village called Pluckley. Now, completely unknown to me when I arrived, Pluckley is Britain's most haunted village. In fact, with over 14 known ghosts, it has a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records confirming it's the most haunted place in the UK. If I'd have bothered with a quick Google search before I left, I would have seen these concerning articles. This one about the woods itself is my personal favourite. It goes on to read, "The ghost of a local highwayman robber who was captured, lynched and decapitated by angry villagers in the 18th century is said to wander the woodlands. However, the most terrifying stories about this woodland are undoubtedly the modern ones and do not involve ghosts but disturbingly unexplained deaths, murders and disappearances. And I'm going to be staying here, alone, in a tent."
As night fell, she set up her hammock and fire. The forest was full of strange noises, crows cawing, distant children screaming, and the rustle of unseen creatures.
Right, camp is set. I wanted to get everything set up before the rain comes, which is just in the nick of time, I think. But we've got the tarp over there, hammock, obviously, because I'm in the woods there. Very excited to be sleeping in the hammock again. Want to test out some new gear, so I've got my sleeping bag, some bits and bobs. If the rain does get bad, I'll probably move the hammock underneath the tarp, even though the hammock copes just fine in the rain. I've used it before in the rain, but it would be nice to have a bigger shelter. But we'll see how we go. I just wanted to get it set and get everything packed away, cameras and stuff, out of the rain, which is coming. Oh, you get wet. This camera doesn't do it justice, but it is getting pretty dark now, so I best crack on. I want to get an early night because I want to do some proper exploring tomorrow.
At first, she tried to ignore them, thinking they were normal woodland sounds, but soon it became clear that something was not right.
There is a lot of noises in these woods. Where's my spoon? It's getting cold. Oh, get that fire going, I think. Now I think the rain stopped, or it stopped enough for a fire anyway. Sounds like kids screaming. That's just a train. Is it a bird or is it kids screaming? That's a bird. That's a gunshot. I don't know if you'll be able to hear a lot of this, it's pretty distant, but it sounds like kids screaming. That temperature's definitely dropped now. I've had to put my woolly hat on and everything, but this is ideal. Honestly, I've never known a woods with so many strange noises. It's not just your normal birds and stuff and planes. There's a lot of...
Around 3:30 a.m., she heard footsteps circling her tent. The sound was too heavy and deliberate to be an animal. Every crunch of leaves and snap of twigs made her heart pound. She didn't dare turn on her light, fearing she would reveal herself to whoever or whatever was walking nearby. She tried to stay silent, even in the noisy hammock, but every small movement echoed in the cold night.
At first, I thought perhaps someone from the footpath had got lost and wandered in. That was the first time at 2 o'clock in the morning. When it happened again at 3 and then again around 3:20, I decided it's definitely not just a lost dog walker at that silly o'clock. So, yeah, don't know what it was, but there was definitely someone walking around this tent. It was no way was it a deer or a fox or any kind of mammal. The footprints were all wrong. Safe to say I did not sleep very well at all. It had been a long and mostly sleepless night, but with the weather looking okay, I wanted to make the most of my time. I walked back to the van to grab my camera and long leg.
Earlier, while cooking dinner, she had laughed at the ghost stories, but now the woods felt alive with a presence she couldn't explain. Shadows moved oddly among the skeletal trees, and every distant noise made her jump.
I've gone for a bit of a early start with dinner today. 2 reasons. 1, I'm starving because all I've had is those biscuits from earlier. And 2, because I want to be done and settled and packed away and cleared up before it gets dark after reading all them ghost stories. If we get them noises again. Now, I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer at all. But I'm telling you, this place is eerie. There's definitely a vibe about it. We've got the mushrooms, potatoes, keeping warm in there, steaks on the go. You're all going to judge me because I like my steak medium well, or even well done. I like it properly cooked, none of this blood for me. Not had a steak for a very long time, so it's going to be interesting. I can't wait, if I'm honest.
The famous hauntings of Pluckley, including tales of ghosts, monks, and lost souls wandering the forest, weighed heavily on her mind.
Still a little bit jumpy. That is because now I know I'm in the most haunted place in the whole of England. Now, Pluckley, the village itself, which is haunted, is less than a mile, stone's throw away from where I am, and then this is the most haunted woods. When I was at the van earlier, I picked up some screenshots of some of the ghosts. I've probably already mentioned it at some point in the video now. 14 minimum known ghosts. And I am in, or very near to, Screaming Wood. Screaming Wood, so this is where you can come for ghost walk tours, and they'll take you around the woods and show you all the stuff. But basically, the journey through the woods is made even spookier than the skeletal trees, which we've seen in the area. Many lone wayfarers who have come this way have been scared witless by sudden loud, anguished scream. What was I hearing last night? Screams. It comes from deep within the woods and sends the birds flapping from the trees, while the crows were having a rock.
By the early hours, she was exhausted and terrified, but she clutched her axe and knife for safety. Every sound, footsteps, distant screams, or rustling leaves reminded her that this place was not for the faint-hearted.
It makes a noise, so it was, yeah, it was a bit dubious. But I've got a big axe and a big knife, so hopefully, if anything bad happens, I can kind of. I guess they don't know what they're opening the tent to find either, so that does make a difference. Anyway, blah blah blah, waffling away. If you've enjoyed this video, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. It means the world, and I will see you.
She survived the night, but the forest had made it very clear that some woods are haunted for a reason, and she had just experienced their chilling secrets firsthand. Moving on to our third disturbing encounter for this video, case number 3. On August 6th, 2025, Katie, a solo camper from the YouTube channel Katie Roams, went on what was supposed to be a peaceful camping trip. She hiked deep into the woods, found a beautiful lake, and set up a cozy camp. She even built herself a bushcraft chair out of logs, a project she took great pride in.
Well, that is my tent fully set up. I'm going to go ahead and set my sleeping system up so I've got somewhere warm to go because my hands are still a little bit cold. And then I've decided there's a lot of branches around me, so I'm going to make myself a little chair and then we can cook some dinner. That's my plan. Let's go.
As she was finishing her dinner, she heard a group of men nearby. She could smell their cigarettes and hear them talking. A few of them came over to her camp and asked if she wanted to join them for beers and dinner. She politely said no, but her sense of unease was growing.
I can hear and smell a group of men. I can smell their cigarettes and I can hear them as well. So I'm just going to leave my camera on record for like the foreseeable future until they leave. I would be quite concerned if they came any closer. So I'm just going to leave my camera on in case, because if they come up, my camera's on, I'll be on the phone with my mum or something. I'll call my mum and just, fingers crossed they don't come, but I don't really, well, I'm out here alone and building a chair. They might be harmless, but it's better safe than sorry. So if you ever are in a situation like this, put your camera on record and call someone. It's the best thing you can do. Oh, and maybe have a knife on hand. No, I'm joking about that last bit. Or am I? They're still not gone. Got my chair finished. I do believe it's time for some dinner. An update on the men. They are staying over there, probably about 50 metres away from me. They came over to say hello. They said they saw a light, which is this light. And they said hello, invited me for beers and for dinner. I said no thank you. Yeah, hopefully all is good. I'm sure everything will be fine. First of all, I don't drink, so like I just said, sorry I don't drink, but and I've had dinner already, which I haven't. I'm just making my dinner now. I don't really encounter people often. It's not a common occurrence. They're also still playing music, which is kind of annoying. Ooh. Well.
She went into her tent for the night, hoping to get some rest, but the men had started playing loud trance music. The music was so loud that she couldn't sleep. The noise and the presence of the men nearby made her feel unsafe. She knew she had to leave.
I think I'm going to head to bed. Definitely going to need some earplugs because there are some idiots in the forest right now playing trance music at almost 10 o'clock.
It was around midnight, and she made a difficult choice. She quickly packed up her tent and bag. She had to abandon her camp. With her head down, she walked right past the group of men and back to her car.
Well, it is currently around midnight right now. I've just packed up my bag and my tent because I don't know if you can hear that, but the music is really loud. I don't feel safe here, so I'm going to head back to the car now. I'll see you there. Well, I am back at the car. It is around 12:30, pushing on 1 a.m. right now.
She was disappointed that her trip was ruined, but she knew she had made the right decision. She had trusted her gut, and that's what kept her safe. Her peaceful night in the woods had turned into a terrifying escape. That brings us to our fourth encounter for this video. Case number 4. On October 30th, 2023, he went camping in a dark, remote woodland, unaware that the night would turn terrifying. The forest already felt uneasy as he arrived, the shadows stretching long under the weak light.
Come on, mate. Oh, it doesn't half look creepy down here. Oh, this light keeps going off. Oi.
As darkness fell, he set up his tent near an area that looked like a pagan ritual site. The trees around him were skeletal and bare, and every rustle of leaves seemed louder than it should be.
Don't know, does this look like a pagan ritual site? I'll tell you one thing, it looks creepy, so let's camp here, shall we? I can't see any pagan markings or out like that. Right then, let's
The forest floor was littered with dry leaves, making every step or falling branch sound amplified in the night.
but that's because I've got light shining in my face and I can't see out, and there's a slight breeze in the air, so there's lots of things just dropping from trees because it's autumn now, so there's conkers and all sorts of stuff dropping out. Over here in front of me, it's all dried leaves on the floor, so every time something drops from there, it's really amplified. But
While trying to relax, the wind and falling branches became constant, unnatural noises. Then something moved closer. Twigs snapped, branches cracked, and he could sense movement just beyond the light of his torch.
I don't know if it's just branches or twigs falling out of trees, but I keep hearing breaking. It's definitely getting colder now. Definitely hear something out there. I can't see out.
Every time he shone his light, it flickered or went out, leaving him in brief, terrifying darkness.
Oh, shit. Hold on, mate. Let me get my light up. It's falling behind my back. Come on, move. Are you getting in? Come on, mate. Trees keep falling from old branches, and they're pretty close, but I checked to make sure there were no widowmakers are out here, so don't know. Always check for widowmakers. I'm gonna have to close up soon because
This light's attracting all flies. Right, come on. Why is this light gone off?
The tension grew unbearable. Sounds of people shouting and running erupted suddenly from deeper in the woods, as if a crowd of 20 or 30 men were heading straight toward him.
Wow, what a crazy night that was, eh? When I was packing up, I managed to get my my sleeping bag and everything and get that in my backpack. Then I heard loads and loads of screaming, like shouting from men, and it sounded like there were about 20 or 30 of them. And then they all started running, and it sounded like they were coming towards tent, so I just...
He grabbed his bag and ran, leaving the tent and most of his gear behind. The forest seemed alive with anger, making him feel that he had never been welcome here.
Just grabbed my bag and off skis, because my keys were in my bag. I look at my tent. I had to leave my tent here because I just wanted to get out of there. And a few other bits as well that I left. Look at the state of it. Oh, come on, mate. Snap my poles and that. Sleep mat. Where's my cook kit? My cook kit were over here somewhere. Don't mind people scaring you and stuff out of woods, but when they're just going to break stuff as well, what's the point in that? Eh? Oh, it's got rips in that fly sheet as well, look at that. Well, they obviously didn't want me to come back.
By the time he escaped, the night had left him shaken. The tent was ripped, belongings scattered, and the woods seemed determined to remind him. Some places are not meant for humans. Would he return? The forest had already made its answer clear. That brings us to our last footage for these really disturbing camping encounters.
Ooh. Dude, what was that?
Wait, listen.
I think that was...
Case number 5. On April 3rd, 2025, PC3 Media uploaded a chilling video from the woods of Michigan's Upper Peninsula following hikers Otto Leek and Jackson Minder. What started as a simple outdoor trip slowly turned into something far more disturbing.
On January of 2019, a YouTube channel by the name of Some Ordinary Hikers uploaded a video where they filmed themselves hiking out in the desolate woods of Michigan's Upper Peninsula. The video starts out very ordinary. However, it seems to take a dark turn towards the end. This footage has sparked a lot of debate online as to whether it's staged or not. Let's take a look and decide for ourselves.
The hike began calmly. Only one phone light is working. Jokes were made, but the forest already felt wrong.
We're out here in the UP of Michigan. We're gonna survive for a couple days out in the wilderness.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're in for some pretty cool stuff. I'm hoping we see some animals
Some
that
wildlife.
you would normally see. Yeah, wildlife. And to be honest, I'm not really sure what to expect. It's like, I don't even know. It's like maybe 4 degrees out right now.
Yeah.
It's really freaking cold.
And I brought the camera just in case we see anything cool.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a good time. Yo, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it doesn't really help that I'm just looking down. I'm like the only light source we have.
Yeah, he is the only light source we have. My phone is dead, so, yup.
Then the sounds started. At first, it felt harmless. An owl, maybe. Something far away. Still, the noises came again and again, each time closer.
Ooh. Dude, what was that?
Wait, listen. I think that was, if I remember correctly, some sort of owl.
Yeah, that's creepy. They got owls around here. All right, yeah, we're a little scared, but you know, it's creepy out here. But we're experts. We've done this a million times before, so you know, we'll be okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're kind of relying on our wits,
Yeah.
and the as you can see, it's just not really turning on anymore. I haven't checked the compass in a while, so
Yeah.
you know, that might be a little bit of a problem, but again, we're experts. We know what we're doing.
They call me Bear Grylls.
Yeah, we got Bear Grylls.
Another sound cut through the trees. This one was different, not like a bird, not like any animal he could name. He paused, said the hair on his neck was standing up. You are not going to believe what happens next.
It's over here.
We're fine.
Oh shoot! Did you hear that? There it is again.
Dude, we keep hearing these weird noises, man.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know what it's. Okay, that was.
That was kind of weird.
Whoa. That I don't. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't think I've ever heard that before. Should we keep going?
I mean, we can't really turn back, can we?
Yeah. Hair on my neck.
They reached a clearing and set up camp. The wind picked up. More noises followed them into the dark. He said it was raccoons, but no one sounded sure. Hours later, the camera came back on. Jackson was gone.
Yeah, we're good. Alright guys, we got the tent set up. It's a little windy out. The wind picked up. But we're gonna try and head to bed. Been hearing some more weird noises out there. We're pretty sure they're just raccoons, you know. But yeah, we're just gonna, you know, head to bed.
Yep. It's cold. It's really, really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, see you guys in the morning. What's up, guys? It's really early in the morning. I don't know where Jackson is. I think he's just going out to the bathroom. But yeah, just woke up, heard some weird noises, heard the tent rustle. I'm hearing some feet, like something rustling around, but I think it's probably just Jackson. Alright.
Time passed. Jackson did not return. Now it was after 3 a.m. The sounds were louder, pacing, scraping. Something is moving just outside the tent. He said he was scared. His breathing said more. And then this happened.
Guys, it's like 3 in the morning right now, and Jackson's not back yet, and I'm getting a little worried. I'm hearing a lot of like rustling and like screeching, and just kind of like, it sounds like something's pacing around our tent, and I'm worried something got him. So I'm gonna go out and check and see if he's out anywhere out there. Yo. Jackson? Hello? You out there? Yo, is that you? Hello?
Ow.
Jackson?
He stepped outside and called Jackson's name. The forest answered with silence. Then the camera caught something in the dark. His voice broke. He said it was not Jackson. He said it again and again, backing away in panic.
Is it him? Oh my. It's not him. No, it's not him. It's not him. It's not him. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The footage ends there. No clear answers, no explanation, just the woods and whatever answered back that night. For more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Comment below which case you find the most horrifying. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications. Stay safe out there, and remember, the forest never forgets who walked into it.